Hello everybody. Welcome to my second class. This is going to be a little shorty. It's going to be like a little 30-minute express class. Really going to target your hips, opening, stretching your hips up. So we're going to get started. We'll go ahead and lie down on your back. We're just going to take a little bit of time here to really settle into our bodies, settle into our mind, and just start to really calm down and collect ourselves. I like to bring my feet together in a little diamond shape. It's easier on my hips and my back sometimes, depending on how I slept. You can also go long ways and just let the hands lie down flat. Relax the head into the mat. Feel the back of your palms. Feel the legs and the hips heavy into the mat. Feeling your shoulders start to roll away from the body. Just begin to breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Nice and soft, nice and gentle. Not changing your breath at all quite yet, just feeling how it feels going into the body and exiting the body. Gently keeping the eyes closed, softening the face. Letting any tension go from the toes, scanning all the way up to the top of the head. And just let your whole body melt. Letting the mind go. When it starts to wander, come back and think about inhales and exhales. Just really building that breath inside the body. Letting any thoughts come and go with no attachments. For the next 30 minutes, it's you and your mat. And as long as you're breathing, you're practicing yoga. If you need to take breaks, take them. You want to leave your mat feeling a little bit better than when you stepped onto it. Let's go ahead and take a couple deep cleansing breaths together, letting all of the air out of the lungs. We'll seal the lips and slowly begin to inhale through the nose, feeling your belly rise and the chest rise. And then nice and loud, we're going to open the mouth and exhale, sigh it out. Good. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Feeling the whole body expand as you inhale, filling up with the breath. Nice and loud, audible sigh. Let it go. One more, your deepest, richest breath, the most energizing breath you've taken all day. Inhale until you have no more space to sip any air. And exhale. Good. You can keep your eyes closed or you can gently flutter the eyes open. On the next inhale, stretch the arms nice and long above the body. Stretching the toes out long like you just woke up in the morning. And then as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Give them a nice tight squeeze. Have the option to slowly, gently rock back and forth for just a little low back massage here. Gently rocking from side to side. Good. Now let's extend the left leg nice and long and hug your right knee in. Give it a nice tight squeeze towards the chest. And then we're going to let it fall outside of the ribs. Give it a little bit of a squeeze here, getting into your hips just slightly more. And then using your left hand, drag your knee across the body. Right arm goes out long, your palm can face down. Gaze over to the right. Relax the upper body, relax the shoulders, let them be heavy. Continuing to breathe here. One more breath. Good, and we'll switch so the right leg goes long down the mat. Hug your left knee up towards the chest, give it a nice tight squeeze. And then let it fall outside the ribs, give it another little hug. And then this time the right hand is going to drag the left knee across the body. Left arm goes long, gaze is to the left. Letting the shoulders, the torso, the upper body just be heavy. Face is soft. 2 more breaths. Perfect. Coming back to center. Give yourself a nice big hug, knees to chest. This time bring the forehead towards the knees for a little tiny bow. Good. Then we're going to take a figure 4 stretch. So plant your left foot down on your mat. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. And then if this feels good, you feel like you're getting a nice stretch, stay here. If you want just a little bit more, take the hands behind the left thigh, interlace them. You can keep the head up or you can relax. I like to relax my head. Flex your right foot, pressing your right ankle into the left knee into the ankle. As you pull your left thigh closer to the chest, your right knee is going to push or press away from your body here. Really getting a nice stretch on the outside of your right hip. Continue to breathe as you pull your thigh just slightly closer to your body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Inhale, let it go. Last one, here you go. Inhale, pulling your leg just a little bit closer to the body. And exhale, we're going to release and switch. So your right foot plants down to the mat. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, flexing your left foot here. Now again, you can stay just right here, pressing the knee away from the body, left knee, pressing your left ankle into the thigh. If you'd like just a little bit more, interlace the fingers behind your right thigh, flexing the foot, pulling your knee a little closer to the chest here with every inhale, every exhale. Finding that nice rhythm in your breath, even inhale, even length exhale. 2 more breaths on your own here in this figure 4. Finding that nice stretch on the outside of the left hip. 1 more breath. Release. So you have 2 options. We want to come to the front of your mat. So you can just roll over to your side and press up. Or you can try to roll up. So you can just bring the hands behind the thighs and use the legs to rock. You might take 1 time, might take 2. But I want you to come to the front of your mat here in a nice yogi squat. So the feet are going to angle outwards. I want you to keep the chest back, leaning the chest back here, trying to keep a nice straight spine. So maybe your yogi squat isn't as deep as mine. Perfectly fine. If your yogi squat is up here, that's fine. We just don't want to bend up. Keep the heart lifted, the chest lifted. Sink as low as it feels good to you. You can use the elbows to press into the knees if it feels nice. It's accessible. You can put your hands together at the heart. Maybe just rock slightly back and forth. I like to rock a little bit. Use my hands, my elbows to really press my knees away from my body, opening up my hips a little bit more. Remembering to breathe here. Remember to take lots of water. It's hot. If you're outside like me, drink lots of water. You should drink about half your body weight in ounces of water, at least. At minimum, a day. 2 more breaths. A little rocking, keeping the chest up. Beautiful. We're going to plant the palms to the mat. Turn your toes in so that they're facing the front of your mat, the short end. And we're going to lift the hips up and then let the head hang heavy for a little forward fold here. You can keep your feet hips distance. That's 2 fists in between the big toes. I like to have mine a little bit further apart, closer to the edges of the mat. Option to grab opposite elbows, or you can just let the hands hang heavy. And just gently sway back and forth. Bend the left knee, go towards the left knee. Bending the right knee, moving the chest towards the right. The neck is heavy, the head is heavy down towards the mat. As the hips stay lifting up towards the sky, pressing into the feet nice and evenly here. The back of your legs, your hamstrings probably screaming a little bit at you. That's okay. Might be feeling a little bit of space happening up here in the upper back and the neck. Just take 2 more good breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Good. If the arms are bound, we'll release the hands to the mat. Heel toe your feet together so they're hips distance. Again, that's 2 fists between the big toes. We're going to start with a gentle bend in your left knee. Left hand to the mat. If that's not there today, you can use your water bottle, your cup, a block, whatever props you have. If you cannot get your hand down to the mat, that's okay. Little bend in the left knee. Left hand down. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Trying to get a nice stack of your shoulders here. Gaze up towards the right hand. Now I'm getting an intense stretch in my lower right side of my back and the back of my right leg here. Continuing to breathe. Slightly drag your left hip back. Trying to keep the hips somewhat level, somewhat even. 1 more breath. And exhale, release. Now we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to turn this way to here. A gentle bend in the right knee. Right hand this time down on your prop or your mat. Inhale, left hand reaches towards the sky, turning your heart up towards the sky. Ooh, feel that deep stretch. Continue to breathe through the intensity. Two more breaths. Good. Release both hands down to the mat. Heel toe the feet together so that the big toes are touching. The heels can touch or be just slightly apart. And we're going to inhale to half lift. So this first one, I like to bend my knees here just a little bit. Coming up halfway, so looking like the number 7 from the side, hopefully. Your fingertips will come to the shins. And I want you to pull your shoulders back out of your ears, okay? And then exhale, we're going to fold forward. And then let's do that again. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips can come to the shins. Nice flat back, shoulders back. Gaze down to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. This time, press into the feet evenly. As you inhale, slowly, we're going to rise up. The head should peel up very relaxed as the arms reach high above the head. And then exhale, lead with your heart as you dive down. Keep the hips over the knees, forward fold. Inhale, we half lift. This is for length, for space. Exhale, fold and melt. Root down into the feet as you inhale, slowly peel yourself up. Arms reach up as the head comes high, gaze is up. Keep your core nice and tight, nice and strong. Think belly button in towards the spine. You're not sucking in, but you're tightening your core here. Exhale, dive down. Here we go, one more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold and melt. Root to rise, inhale, slowly come up. Arms are going to reach. This time, instead of the palms pressing, you're going to use your right hand grasp or clasp, I couldn't think of which word I wanted to use. Grab your left wrist. Keep the biceps by your ears, but try to let the shoulders melt down. Press into the feet. Engage the quads, engage your core. Again, think belly button to spine. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, just slightly reach to the right. Nothing crazy here. It's just a couple breaths. Letting your right shoulder slightly peel forward. Left hip gently reach forward for a left side body stretch. Good. We'll come back to center. Release the arms down. Inhale, arms reach high. This time the right hand is going to grasp the left wrist. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Let the shoulder, oh, we just did that. Right side. Left hand, right wrist. Sorry about that. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the left. Shoulders relax and melt. Left shoulder just gently about an inch forward. Right hip about an inch forward. Keeping you nice and square to the front of your mat. One more big inhale. And release back to center. Exhale, we're going to dive down nice and slow. Forward fold. Inhale, we half lift. This time we're going to plant the palms to the mat and gently step one foot back at a time so you're in a high plank position. Now if this isn't there for you today, this isn't feeling great, that's okay. You can drop to the knees if you're down in the knees. Keep your feet angled up. Wherever you're at, press into the palms, spreading the fingers. Gaze between the thumbs so you have a nice long spine. Keep your belly in, your core nice and strong, nice and engaged, and press away from the mat. Engage the arms, the whole arm, the shoulders. Let the heels reach towards the back. 2 more breaths. We're really trying to engage that internal fire with your breathing. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. One more. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale. This time, as you inhale, shift forward slightly. And then as you exhale, we're going to slowly lower. Keep the elbows tucked in towards the body. Come all the way down to the belly here. Keep the hands pressed where they are. Palms are about in line with the shoulders. Chins forward. Big toes touch as you inhale. We're lifting just the chest, just the shoulders off the mat. Let the shoulders pull back away from your ears. You're using the muscles in your back here. And exhale, lower down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Lift the shoulders. Pull the shoulders back away from the ears. Press the tops of the feet into the mat for 3. Squeeze the elbows towards one another. 2. And 1. Lower down. Now this next one, you can bring the feet wide, like open towards the edge of the mat. Take an inhale, slowly lift the chest, lift the belly, keep the hips on the mat. Again, we don't want our shoulders cranked up like this. You want to pull the shoulders away from the ears, a whole front body stretch. And then nice and slow, lower down. Curl the toes under. And we're going to meet in a downward facing dog. So 2 options. You can press back to child's pose. Curl the toes under, lift the hips, down dog. Or, a little bit more advanced, you curl the toes under. As you inhale, press up to a high plank. And then exhale, hips high. Now we should all be in a downward facing dog now. Pressing into the palms. Press the chest back towards the thighs. And I want you to think about rolling your biceps out, away from the ears. External rotation. If the heels are up like this, that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just trying to work to get the heels a little bit closer to the mat. Get that calf stretch. Gaze is back towards the feet or the thighs. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. On the next
inhale, right leg lifts high. And then we're going to bend the knee, and that's going to get your hips stacked up a little bit. And then let's do big circles with the kneecap. So the whole leg is moving, trying to get into your big hip joint here, back and forth. Trying to keep even weight. You don't want to collapse and have no weight in your left hand. Press evenly into both hands. And then straighten the right leg out. Drop the right foot back down to the mat. Wanting to stay nice and even here. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, getting into your hips. Again, even weight into both hands as you circle the knee. Back and forth. Nice big motions. And then we'll straighten the left leg out and drop your left foot back down to the mat. All right. This is a full body today, so we're going to get just a teensy-weensy bit into core. So inhale, shift forward to a high plank position. The arms are engaged, belly is engaged. And then I want you to lift your right foot off the mat and then bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Okay? Good. Now step it back. And then lift the left foot and then left knee towards the left elbow. Good. 2 more times each side. Right knee, right elbow, and back. Left knee, left elbow, and back 1 more time. Right knee, right elbow. Left knee, left elbow. Here we go. Shift your hips back up. Downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Use your next inhale to lift your left foot high. And then bring your knee in towards your chest. Squeeze it towards your nose. And however you can, left foot between your hands. Now you can stay with your back knee lifted, or you can drop your back knee to the mat. Wherever you're at, right hand down to the mat. Left hand high for a low lunge. So this is what it should look like if your knee is lifted. This is what it will look like if your knee is dropped. You want to turn your chest towards the sky. Same thing as before. Trying to get a nice stack of the arms, a nice stack of the shoulders here. Continue to breathe. Your low lunge for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down to the mat. Nice and slow. Bring 2 hands to your front knee, your left knee. And then we're going to come up. So you're in a high lunge here. So your high lunge setup, you want your left knee directly over your left ankle. We don't want it busting out or way back here. We want that nice 90-degree bend. Let your left hip gently hug back and your right hip hug forward. I like to have my hands on my hips so you can kind of feel. And then as strong and straight as you can get this back leg, pressing into the toes, pressing into the ball of the feet. Woo! Keep that back heel lifted. And then we're going to inhale, arms reach high. Feeling this nice stretch in the front of your right hip. Exhale. We're going to cactus the arms and bring them down like a lat pull down here. 2 more just like that. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, arms down. Squeeze the shoulders towards one another. 1 more time. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, bring the elbows down. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, you're going to spin your back foot flat, so parallel to the short edge of your mat. Take a nice bend in your front knee, staying low, warrior 2. Arms reach to opposite directions. Gaze is over the left fingertips. Let your left knee slightly peel open, so back towards the left to get into your hips just a little more. Core is engaged, nice and strong. Squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Stay nice and low, pressing evenly into both feet. Inhale, we're going to flip the front palm, gently reach. Exhale, reverse your warrior. So left arm reaches high. Right hand is going to slide down the back leg. But there's no weight. It's almost like you don't have a right hand there. You're reaching up and back for this nice left side body stretch. Continuing to breathe. Good. Come back. Warrior 2. And we're going to go to side angle. So left elbow will come to the left thigh or left knee, and the right arm reaches high. Peel that right shoulder back.
You can stay right here if you feel like you can access a little more. You have the space. You can drop your left hand down to the mat. Again, chest twisting up towards the sky. Continuing to breathe. Good, nice and slow, keeping balance. Coming back up to a warrior two. And then straighten the front leg out. We're going to turn all 10 toes to the right side of the mat. You can stay slightly pigeon-toed if you'd like, or keep the feet straight. Arms out to the sides as you inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, nice and slow. We're coming to a wide-legged forward fold. Relax the head, relax the neck. Your hands can come to the outsides of the ankles or reach behind you. Wherever you're the most comfortable. Keep the hips lifting up towards the sky as you press into the feet. Head is heavy like a bowling ball, neck, shoulders down towards the mat. Good, arms out to the side as you inhale, slowly coming back up. Exhale, your right toes are going to turn forward towards the back of the mat now. So we're going to face the back of the mat, sink into a warrior two. So this time, right knee over the right ankle. Your back foot, your left foot is parallel to the short edge of what was the front of your mat. Your right knee is going to peel back towards the right. Arms reach out, gaze over to the right. Core is strong, belly is in. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we reverse. Breathing here. Left hand melts down. Right arm reaches up and back. Come back, warrior two. Now we're going to cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Palms down. Step your right foot back, high to low plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, keep the elbows squeezing in towards the body. You can come all the way to the belly if you'd like. Inhale, uncurl the toes, lift the chest. Shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. All right. Now we've got to do the other side. Get that low lunge in here. Keep us nice and even. Inhale, right leg this time lifts high. Exhale, squeeze the knee in towards the chest, towards the nose. Right foot plants down to the mat. Left hand down. Again, you can drop the back knee here. You can keep it lifted wherever you're at. Left hand down, right hand is high. Gaze is up towards the right hand. Chest is peeling back, opening up towards the sky. Breathing nice and even here. Good, 2 hands down to the mat. And then 2 hands up on your right knee. And when you're ready, hands to the hips. Keep your right knee over your right ankle, that high lunge, strong straight back leg if you can. High on the ball of the foot. Heel is over the toes. When you're ready, inhale, the arms reach high. Exhale, elbows come down, cactus arms, squeeze the shoulders. 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chest towards the sky, shoulders down. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, spin your back foot flat, warrior two. We've been here a few times. Right knee over the right ankle, arms extend opposite directions. Flip the front palm, inhale, we reach. Exhale, reverse. Little to no weight in the back arm, a nice right side body stretch. Your right bicep towards your right ear. Here we go, coming back, warrior two. For side angle, right elbow this time, right knee. Left hand reaches up. Now I forgot to say it on the first side, but you don't want to be like hanging out here, okay? You want to keep the chest lifted, almost like you can float your elbow off your knee. You're using your legs, you're using your core here. Again, if you have the space available, right hand down to the mat. Gaze is high towards the left fingers. Good. When you're ready, make your way back up. Warrior two. Staying nice and low in that front knee. Awesome. We're going to straighten the front leg. All 10 toes face the right again. Same way. Arms out to the sides. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, lower down. Wide-legged forward fold. Stretching out the hamstrings here. Head is heavy. Arms out to the sides as you inhale, slowly lift. Exhale, left toes back to the front. Sinking down, warrior two. Stay nice and low in that front knee. Flip the front palm, inhale, we reach. Exhale, reverse. Ooh, slipping here. Gaze is high. Little to no weight in that back arm. Come back, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down, plant the palms, left foot steps back, high to low plank as you inhale, shift forward. Exhale, elbow squeeze in. Inhale, lift the chest. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, curl the toes under, hips high, downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. I know those loud breaths can be kind of awkward when you're around other people, but if you're at home by yourself, really try to be loud with them. They're my favorite thing. I do them all throughout the day. Anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed or high anxiety, I'm very wound up tight, I take lots of those loud, deep breaths a day. So let's do 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go, side out. Last one, stick your tongue out, big lion's breath. Inhale through the nose until you have no more room for air. Exhale. All right, nice and cleansed here. We're going to go through what we just did one more time, a little bit quicker though. I'm not going to give all the cues, we're just going to go for it. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Right hand down, left hand high, low lunge. 1 breath, inhale. Exhale, nice and slow. Make your way up to a high lunge, arms reach, left hip back, inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Back foot spins flat. Sink into your front knee. Flip the front palm, inhale, we reach. Exhale, reverse. Find your way back, warrior two. Left elbow, left knee, right hand high, side angle. Whoa, the mat's slippery today. Coming back, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, all 10 toes face the right. This time we're just gonna inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, right toes towards the back of the mat, sinking down, warrior two. Flip the front palm, inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Good, come back, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands. Step your right foot back, take it through an optional flow. Elbows stay in towards the body as you lower. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, hips high. Last time here. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee towards the nose, step it through. Right foot down, left hand down, right hand high, low lunge. Chest towards the sky. Inhale, we come up, high runner's lunge. Arms reach up. Right hip back, left hip forward. Exhale, warrior two. Back foot spins flat, parallel to the back. Stay low in the front knee as you flip the front palm, inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Continuing to breathe. Woo. Come back, warrior two. Side angle, right elbow, right knee, left hand high. Gaze is up towards the sky. Good, come back, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, all 10 toes face the right. Inhale, arms reach up.
Exhale, warrior two. Left toes to the front this time, back towards the front of the mat. Flip the front palm, inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Coming back, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands, step the left foot back. Take it through your flow. Inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, hips come high. 2 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. And 1 more breath in through the nose. Exhale. Good. Now we're going to drop down to our knees. So we're in a tabletop position here. So you want the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, gaze is down between the thumbs. Knees are hip distance. We're going to cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the hips, lift the gaze, shine your heart forward. Exhale, press into the hands away from the mat. Round the upper back, tuck the chin to the chest. Good, 2 more. Inhale, look up, belly drops, hips lift, heart open. Exhale, press and round away. Last one. Inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, press and round. Good, come back to neutral. And then we're going to come down to our bellies here, and we're going to do 2 more spine strengthening things. So I want you to bring the arms back behind you. Big toes are together. Palms face down like you're high-fiving your mat. Chins to the center. Same thing as when we started class. You're going to use the muscles in your back, in your core. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs. You're flying here. Exhale, lower down. Last time. Inhale, lift up, arms reach, lift the legs. This time, I want you to bring your arms out to the sides and then bring the arms forward. Good, then bring them back out to the sides and back down, lower. Press the palms into the mat, and then we're going to shift back. And we're going to lie down on our backs here and take 2 bridges. So lying down flat, feet are flat on the mat, arms down by the sides again, palms face down like you're high-fiving. Bring your heels towards your hips. And then as you inhale, press into the palms, press into the feet, lift the hips up high. Bring your chest towards your chin. You can just slightly look behind you. You don't want to like crank your neck, but just gaze back. Keep the tuck of the chin. Press into the feet. Keep your knees towards one another like you're holding an imaginary block. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. 1 more time. On your next inhale, if you're ready, press into the palms, press into the feet. Inhale, we lift the hips. Chest towards the chin. Breathing here. Knees in towards one another like you're holding an imaginary block. You don't want it to fall. And exhale, lower down. Hug your knees into the chest. You can rock back and forth, side to side. And then we're going to rock our way back up, how we did in the beginning. So we're going to start with a frog. So we're going to get our hips here. If you've never done frog pose, you've never heard of it before, I do want you to attempt it, okay? So bring the knees out wide. And as wide as you bring your knees, you want your feet wider. You want to be able to see your feet outside of your knees. That's like what a frog looks like. You don't want to be in here. Out here is where you're going to get that hip stretch. Now you can stay on your palms. If this is enough, stay here. Keep your belly engaged, your core engaged, and slightly tuck the hips. If you want a little more, you can come down to the forearms. Keep the belly in. Breathe as you exhale, pressing back into the hips a little bit more. A slight tuck of the tailbone. 2 more breaths. I know it's intense. I know it's a lot. You'll thank me later. Good. If you're on your forearms, coming up to the palms, and then 1 foot at a time, bringing the knees in. And we're going to go
for bound angle here. So a little butterfly stretch. Bring the feet together, bring them in towards your body. And then you can interlace the fingers underneath the toes. Inhale, we lift the chest high. Exhale, start to bring your chest forward. And then you can start to run down. We don't want to be here all hunched back and hunched over. We're going to keep the shoulders back away from the ears, chest pressing forward. Feel that nice stretch on the outsides of the hips. I need a little bit more, so I like to press my knees down. And just breathe. Nice, loud, big breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. One more breath. Good. Slowly we'll come up and we'll finish this out. So making your way back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step it through. Plant your foot between the hands, and then we're going to drop the back knee and uncurl the back toes. Bring your fingers interlaced over your front knee. So your hands are pressing into your knee, your foot is pressing into your mat, and your hips are just gently tilting up like there's a string on your hips, pulling them up, feeling that nice stretch all on the front here of your hip, front of your right leg. Let your left hip just hug back gently. Really feel the hips lifting, feel that intense stretch. Good. Then we're going to plant the palms, framing your left foot. Shift your hips back towards your back foot, towards your heel, and flex your left toes towards your face and charge your chest towards your toes like they're trying to touch each other. You're going to feel that stretch in the back of your left leg here. If you have a full split and you're warmed up and you want to take it, go for it. I don't have that today. Shoulders back away from the ears. We want to try to avoid this big rounding, this big hunchback. Good. Then plant your left foot to the mat. Heel toe, left foot to right wrist, and then left